Hi guys, so today I want to talk about Transformers. Transformers is another one of my favorite franchises. I've played the games War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, Rise of the Dark Spark, Transformers Prime. I played Transformers Devastation. Okay, I'm not really much of a nerd, but I did play the games and I watched some cartoons. So in today's video I want to make a theory about, I can't say it's really a theory, it's more like a speculation about Transformers Prime Megatron. Now I think that he's actually dead a long time before he was actually killed by Bumblebee, the Scout Autobot. And how and why I say this? It's because, okay, let's talk about Dark Energon. So we know that Dark Energon is the blood of Unicron. So when a corpse of Cybertron is infused with Unicron's anti-spark, they become, shall we call them zombie? They're just mindless creatures. So now here is the tricky part, because when Megatron infuses himself with Dark Energon, he's alive, but Starscream also points out the fact that unlike all the others, he had the biggest contact with, the longest contact with Dark Energon. So when Megatron injects himself with Dark Energon, there is something that happens on a CNA level, which is the DNA for Cybertronians, and we see how his CNA changes into something else. So I think here is the part where this is what happens. Here Megatron actually dies. He's Allspark, because before taking Dark Energon he had Allspark in him, or positive Energon. So when Megatron injects himself with Dark Energon, his Allspark is gone, and the Dark Energon takes over his body, and he becomes some sort of Megatron 2.0, and still he retains the memories of the old Megatron with Cybertron and so on and so forth, but the actual Megatron is dead, but it's working only on Dark Energon. So it's like a Dark Energon Megatron, because later when Knockout combines Dark Energon with synthetic Energon, Megatron says something like that he doesn't have control over those Terracons. So the Dark Energon in him is pretty much still active, but because I believe Unicron is dormant, his eyes aren't purple anymore. Another fact I discovered that unlike Megatron, Starscream doesn't really have as much control over the undead like Megatron, which makes me think that Dark Energon didn't affect Starscream as much as he did Megatron, And also in Predacons Rising, this is what I found intriguing, because Unicron tells Megatron that he's not dead, but he cannot join the Allspark because his anti-spark flow runs through his veins. So Unicron seems to imply that whatever Allspark he had in him when he injected himself with so much Dark Energon, it destroyed his Allspark. All that remained was Dark Energon Megatron, who thought he was the original, but in fact it's just Dark Energon with a personality of Megatron's. If you don't know what I mean, Prototype, the game Prototype 1, and we find out at the end that this virus, the Black Light virus, entered his bloodstream and absorbed his personality and all that, but he wasn't really Alex. So that's what I think it's with Megatron 2. The Dark Energon actually, when was injected into something alive, it actually took a personality of its own, and it thought it was the actual Megatron, but the moment Megatron injected himself with Dark Energon, the Dark Energon actually took over him, but we just didn't see that happening, you know. So yeah, I think this also makes sense, because if Megatron was just Megatron, and when he was powered by Unicron, well, the moment Unicron's anti-spark was removed, then Megatron should have fallen, because, you know, then he won't have Dark Energon anymore. But if you think about it, if Megatron, after he injected himself with Dark Energon, was actually the Dark Energon itself who took Megatron's personality, then it kind of makes sense as to why Megatron would be alive even after Unicron was removed, because then it would be still Dark Energon Megatron, but without Unicron's influence. So yeah, this is more of a speculation, but I thought it was really funny, you know, doing this, because maybe it's really possible that once Megatron injected himself with Dark Energon just took over his body and actually killed him, you know. Anyways guys, thank you for watching this video. Until then, a happy day to everyone.